Hi, welcome to Quirky Queen's Journals. My name's Kirsten. So I've been looking at ways to get more sketcherly, painterly effects on the gel plate. What I'm doing is I'm using soft pastels and I'm going to use colours that are similar. Now I've just put this underneath as a way to just create a bit of texture. And I'll put in a third colour. Ooh, oh, this cream. I've got a few different ways that I've kind of combined things to make this happen. So the first one is, I'm just going to take this put it on the gel plate, press it down. It comes off very easily and it sticks to the gel plate, so if I put anything wet on, you know, like the paint, it won't move it about too much. You can see a lot of the top of that came off. And then what I'm going to do is get some paint. Do you know, I might use yellow because it'll contrast with it. Okay, I'll just put some of my stencils down. That'll do. I'm going to lift it off. I'm using a thin paper to lift it off. It just helps you get closer into the holes. So when I started doing this, what I was doing was I was taking rubbings of the stencils like Protag, but I was finding it difficult to place the stencil back on the sort of position where the charcoal had been placed. Once I'd applied the paint and couldn't see the charcoal anymore. We've got a good bit of pattern going on there, you know, in there. So it's not just a block colour, but it's also not like a specific shape either. It's just a bit more texture. And as if it's been drawn rather than printed. Okay, dry. I think we'll lift it with this. Just printer paper. That won't take long, just a couple of minutes. Okay. So you can see there. Some lovely effects going on. It's got the halo around it, you know, giving us a bit of an outline. But see, because that was, you know, the dusty, it's it just looks more like it's been drawn, you know, like sketcherly effects. Next one. So this time I'm going to put some bubble wrap down. I'm just pressing quite lightly because I'm going to use a couple of colours. So okay, just going to place it on the gel plate. I know it looks like there's lots left on there, but most of it is on here now. I did enjoy that yellow last time. I'm going to use white. There. Thing about pastels is you get such lovely vibrant colours from them. This is lovely coming through there, isn't it? Okay, let that dry. Oops. Okay, I'm going to use turquoise blue this time. There we go. Leave that for a couple of minutes. Okay. There we go. It's a lot more matte. You can tell it's different. Next one I am doing on the paper. So for this one, I'm going to create an outline just quite loosely. You could do this with pencil as well. You don't need to do it in a mask, you could use a stencil for this. Just try not overthink it or you'll be there forever. You could do this on top of like a book page or a photo or something and, you know, transfer it as well. Like draw the outline or, you know, basically colour it all in with the soft pastels, charcoals. Okay. There we go. Now what I want to do is just go over it again, but a bit more kind of, not exactly following it, but kind of. So I'm going to transfer this to the gel plate. So we've got a lovely sketcherly sketch. And then, now you could just use your acrylics very wet, or you could use some watercolour. I think the acrylics might work better than this, because at least with the acrylics, when they get very wet, they don't, this is resisting the gel plate so much. Oh well, at least I know. What I'm going to do is, I'll just put these on anyway, and then we'll just come in with the acrylics. Got some orange here. I'm just painting very loosely because I'm trying to get that kind of expressive sketched type look, just to add. But because you're doing it on the gel plate and we've used the stencil, then it's like a, you know, it just gives us another variation. Pale blue. I'm not going to let the wetness dry completely, but I'm going to let it dry mostly. So, you know, 15 to 20 minutes I reckon will be good on that. I actually think the watercolour is resisting it. Okay, that's been about 20 minutes. Not overly happy with it. I was looking for more brush marks than that, but never mind. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it less wet. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? I think it was just too wet when I used too much wetness. We want some of those brush strokes in there, don't we? Like there. I think it'll be alright. Let it dry. There's definitely more brush strokes apparent this time. Okay, I'm just going to dry it off a bit again. There. Another 5 minutes and that should dry. You can see we've got sort of outlines of where some of the droplets were and some more defined brush marks just by lifting some of the wetness off. But you do need to let it sit for a while first to start to dry in places to get these marks. I'm going to lift it with white. I can see there's still a little couple of damp areas, but I'm just going to go for it. Wish me luck. Hopefully. Ideally you would let it fully dry because then you're not, well, the background's now a bit unpredictable. Oh, it's all right. Okay, it's actually looking really good already. I'm really pleased. That was like a minute. My fingerprint. This just comes off with some baby oil. You might get a couple of ghost transfers from it, but there we go. See the way I've moved it here? It's giving it a slight movement actually. Anyway, that's our lot. So this is the last picture we did. We did that one. That one was with, it's not really come out, has it? The bubble wrap dots, but it does just help create a bit of texture in there. you know, instead of just being a block colour. And that one, so they're the soft pastel, rubbed all over the paper, put on the gel plate, and then the stencils applied, sorry, paint, and then the stencils applied. And that is just the removal of the excess soft pastels. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Take care. Bye.